This is the introduction to ACR 109, the Trainer Boot Camp. It's an amazing responsibility bringing somebody new into the collision repair industry. And it's not an easy thing, certainly not as easy as some might think. Balancing the workload that you have each day along with bringing somebody new into the job that you're doing is not an easy thing. A lot of times it can end in disaster. And so we created this course in order to be able to help those that want to become trainers and those that will mentor others into the industry to learn not only the skills they need to transfer, but learn the skills on how to transfer their knowledge to someone else without totally burning them out. So that's what this course is all about. So let's go ahead and have a deeper dive inside. So as you open up the course and you go inside, there's the first part of it, which is more taking care of getting used to how the Canvas program works and learning how to use your own cell phone to run the application that is the same as using the desktop version, but it helps you be able to become more mobile as you progress through the program. There's an orientation video that's good for you to watch. It gives you a bigger overview of what the job is and what the course entails, but also learning how to set up your preferences in Canvas so you can get notified when things are happening and when your instructor needs to get in touch with you, things of that nature. You want to make sure that you're set up so all your notifications happen the way you prefer. So one of the first steps in this is being able to identify the skills that you need to transfer. And they sometimes vary from day to day. So what you do on a Monday does not always look like what you do on a Friday or a Wednesday. So usually take the whole week and take a clipboard with you, and every time you do something different, add that to your list without any thinking about what order or what level of importance it is. But once you have that list, that's something we begin with, and then we teach you how to sort those from simple to complex. There's some things that you could probably teach someone with very minimal instruction, and then they can do it from that point on. From that point on, delegate it to them to do that task every time. And then there's some things that will take a little bit more training, so you put those in a middle range, and you take a little more time to do that and make sure they understand and are able to do it. And once they do it competently, then you delegate those skills to them. So this is marking them with a level of distinction. The things that they can do now versus things they can do after a short level of training, or probably stuff that they're not going to do for at least 6 months to a year. Because they're either too complicated or too critical to the nature of the business to be able to trust them with it until they show trustworthiness and competence in that skill. So then we start managing, learning to manage the relationships. So in this, there's some time management strategies. How much time a day are you going to expect to spend with a new trainee? How are you going to keep up with all your other responsibilities and still manage the relationship with your trainee and help them learn what they need to learn and become productive to you? So there's a course on managing relationships where you go through and you assess your personality style, your learning style, and you bring those two together and have your trainee do the same tests, and you start analyzing, well, what areas of potential conflict do we have? How can we help overcome that? Sometimes there'll be polar opposites paired up with each other, and maybe there needs to be a substitution here. Maybe think of a different trainer at that point to work with this apprentice, or likewise flipping it another way. And so there's also discussion points at each one of these. They help you kind of air out any questions or concerns you might have. There'll be others online that'll be able to help you with that as well as your teacher. So the next step on this is dealing with being able to learn how to demonstrate your skills. So there's some sample videos here that help you identify what it looks like to teach a skill to someone else. And so there's different topics here. Most of them are technical skills that are shared here, but the same concept works for repair planners and estimators and painters as well. So the ability to be able to teach someone else something else about your skills and teach them in a way that doesn't degrade them or demean them in any way, but helps build them up, showing patience and ability to give and take correction as well. This is helpful. So seeing a sample of that, the next step is you actually doing your own video about you teaching a single skill that you are transferring to someone else. It could even be your apprentice taking the video. That works okay. Use your cell phone on it. Upload it directly from the phone. It doesn't have to be a big production. It's not in most cases, okay? So we progress then toward learning how to track skills. So there are different tools inside Canvas and in the course and in the skills tracker workbooks that help track the skills of each of the apprentices you're supervising and mentoring. And so this helps you understand what the scope of those tools are and how to use them. Overall, the intent of this course is to help you become the best trainer possible and to still be able to produce in a normal fashion all of the work you normally do. And in many cases, you'll be producing more inside of 90 days with the help of your trainee.